Hello, dear students. Hope you are doing well. I am Ghulam Razul, science teacher. As you know, we are studying chapter number 6 of our syllabus, Simple Chemical Reactions. And we are going to start again the topic of this chapter: types of chemical reaction. And today we will study the remaining types of chemical reaction. And those are displacement reaction and combustion reaction. Dear students, in this lecture we will do the following step by step. Number 1. Recap from previous lecture. Number 2. Types of chemical reaction, last 2. Number 3. Displacement reaction. Number 4. Combustion reaction, in which fuels are burned in presence of oxygen. My dear students, in today's lecture first we will discuss what we have studied in previous class. In the previous class we have discussed in detail about first two types chemical reactions: the synthesis reaction and decomposition reaction. We have also studied both of these reactions with their examples in detail. In the synthesis reaction, when two different substances are combined, they synthesized a new substance, compound. Let us now start today's lecture, which is about remaining two types of chemical reactions. I will again explain the types of chemical reaction here with supposed reactants and products. I use letters of English alphabets to make it easier to understand. Listen attentively. You can see on your screen the last two types of chemical reactions which are shortly discussed in previous lecture. 1. Displacement reaction. As A plus BC gives us AC plus B, you can easily observe here that in the reactants C was with B, and in the products it displaced from B to A, so we can say it is displacement reaction. 2. Combustion reaction. As we know that the oxygen gas is necessary for burning of everything in nature, combustion, so here we can observe that AB is burned in presence of oxygen, AB plus oxygen, and produce carbon dioxide CO2. In this lecture we will discuss last two types of chemical reaction. Now we are going to start further explanations about these types of reaction. First is displacement reaction. As name indicates, during a displacement reaction, one substance pushes out another substance to take its place. I want to elaborate this type of reaction by giving very simple example of chemical reaction. Example: if an iron nail is put into a jar containing copper sulfate solution, some iron dissolves and displaces the copper in the solution. The copper is deposited on the nail. You can observe the displacement sulfate with iron in the chemical reaction shown on the slide. Iron plus copper sulfate gives copper plus iron sulfate. Dear students, the rusting of the iron is shown here with the help of diagram. You can observe how iron nail got rusted in solution of copper sulfate. Dear students, the rusting of the iron is shown here with the help of diagram. You can observe how iron nail got rusted in solution of copper sulfate. Now we are going to study the last type of chemical reaction, which is combustion reaction. It is a type of reaction in which a fuel is burned in presence of oxygen, and at the end of reaction carbon dioxide gas is released. Combustion or burning is a chemical reaction between fuel and oxygen in the air. The fuel becomes oxidized, forming an oxide. This reaction releases energy in the form of heat and light. On your screen, burning of a fuel, natural gas in stove is shown, which gives us heat for cooking. Fuels, that is wood, coal, oil and methane, natural gas, burn well. Large quantities of these fuels are burnt to provide the energy to drive motor vehicles, ships and aircrafts, and to generate electricity in power stations. They are also used in homes for cooking and heating. These fuels burn well because they contain the elements carbon and hydrogen and are called hydrocarbons. During burning, these elements combine with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. See the word equation regarding this reaction on your screen. Dear students, now I am going to explain the burning of methane, natural gas. What happens when methane burns? When methane burns and pulled through anhydrous copper sulfate, it changes from white to blue because water is present. The lime water turns milky, indicating presence of carbon dioxide. For this you can observe the given diagram and word equation on the slide. Dear students, we also need energy to do all our daily activities of life. Our body needs fuel to produce energy. That fuel is our food, mainly carbohydrates, that is glucose. It contains elements like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It reacts with oxygen inside our cells and produce energy called respiration. Combustion and respiration are same processes. On the playing slide you can observe the pictures of food types contain carbohydrates, glucose. Now I am going to give you homework for today, which is very important part of the lesson. After listening the video lecture thoroughly, complete the given worksheet and copy all the question answers on your fair notebook. Also write the following questions in your notebooks. Short question 1. Is burning endothermic or exothermic? Explain your answer. Short question 2. Explain why reaction between iron and copper sulfate is example of displacement reaction. Long question. Define displacement and combustion reactions with example in each case. It was all about today's lecture. If you have any question you can ask without hesitation. If not, then it's all from my side. Thank you for your attention. See you in next class. Goodbye.